do, ba 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 da do, mini mini moo de bip bop ba boo, ah ooh ooh ah ooh ooh We're live. What up?
What up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Ninjas of Life
baby.
in studio.
Yes, here we are. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, everyone hit the like button right now, please.
Pump up the likes, pump it up. How your feet are stomping. Oh, and day to day. Anybody on the boat tonight make my day. We got a lot to talk about.
We got some people from Italy.
Oh, Italy.
Quapaw, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Arizona, Illinois, Texas.
What up?
Thanks for coming in live, guys. Live from New York. It's Ninjas Are Butterflies.
Yo, there's a lot of people from a lot of places. A lot of people from a lot of places.
Ghana, Gondor. Gondor's not real. That's from Lord of the Rings.
Hey.
Look at you learning.
Is that?
Gondor is based on a real place.
Okay, I was going to say, because
Kidding,
it sounds like a Lord of the Rings place.
It is.
Yeah.
Stab in the dark.
India. Hello.
Good job.
Thank you.
I can feel it.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Hi from India.
No voices here. Indiana. We missed Andrew too. It was weird not having anyone on the pod except for you and me last week.
Did you change your f-stop?
Because
that looks fresh.
Is it at 2.8?
Fresh, boy.
Man.
No, it says it's F4. I don't know.
The NAB logo is crooked.
What up, everyone?
Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to be back and live. We got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about. A lot of heavy stuff. A lot of fun stuff.
A lot of fun, heavy stuff.
A lot of fun, heavy stuff.
That's what they call me.
Nice.
Thanks.
As you guys know, we'll just start off heavy. Start off heavy.
Oh no.
Last week we were doing a live, and while we were doing the live, we got the news.
50 minutes in.
Yeah, we got the people in the chat informed us that Charlie Kirk was shot. I'll be honest, at first, I thought, oh, you'll be all right. Like, I thought, because it's like, oh, he just got shot. I immediately, my head went to like Trump with the ear thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, your first thought's got to be like automatically like, okay, like that sucks. That's terrible. Oh, he's going to be in the hospital for a while, but he's going to be okay.
Yeah. That's like where my head went.
Yeah, 100%.
And you showed me the video right after the live. And I really wish I never saw that video.
Same. I got it sent to me without knowing what it was, and I assumed what like, but I didn't know it was gonna be that. Like,
right.
It was so crazy.
It messed me up so bad. Like, so those who don't know, I struggle pretty bad with like anxiety. It's like a kind of a new thing, like past year or so.
But a legit thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like panic attacks and stuff. Don't know where they came from. Don't know why they're here. Just trusting that God's showing me why. The whole process. But there's this thing where I have with this anxiety where I get in this like mind where I like disassociate.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like I'm like living in like a bubble. It's like not in reality.
Yeah.
And after seeing that video, I was stuck in that.
Yeah.
For days, really.
And that's your mind. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's your mind trying to protect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychologically, just from those, because it knows, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, I prayed so much that night because the video, it was just on a loop in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't sleep. Oh my gosh. It was terrible. And it's terrible what happened. It's terrible what's happening now. There's a lot of good that's coming from it too. Like a lot of people are just seeking truth, I think, seeking
Yeah.
Like truth as in Christ, you know, like it's
Sure.
driving a lot of people. Like church attendance was like skyrocketed this
Crazy.
week.
I can't wait
did
to
it
see like the
really?
statistics on that. Like it was nuts. People flooded, dude. Our service was packed this Sunday.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then obviously terrible stuff that's happening. You get people so let me just back up for a second. We've had some people reach out to us that were upset of us not immediately making a video talking about Charlie Kirk and whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of people
And-
are just like, address it. Why aren't you addressing it? Why are you ignoring it?
And what I have to say to those people is we're people too, and they messed me up mentally. We actually skipped filming an podcast episode last week
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah, that heaviness isn't just with us as well. Like it's something that's kind of supernatural in a way where a lot of people are feeling like I have a hard time describing it, but then I heard other people describing it, people with better vocabularies, a better understanding. I was like, holy crap, that's exactly what I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I feel like we get caught up in answering questions that people have really quick. Like we're in the business of making content. We are, but there's like a detriment to just trying to answer questions rapidly before we even know what's going on. Like the Bible does say, be slow to speech.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I actually was like bragging on you. I was like, I'm thankful to work in this place where like, just because everyone's demanding a thought, we're not pressured to like cave to that. Like we can actually collect ourselves and be sure we're saying things that people should hear instead of getting caught up in something.
Also, yeah, and like with more news coming out about it and stuff, you just don't want to like I don't want everything to be like right off the bat, oh, there's a conspiracy, even though we are going to talk about some weird situations involving the incident. But in that time, it's like I don't want to talk about conspiracy. There's a time for mourning, you know, like.
And also, what can we say that's going to be better
Yeah,
or more informative?
you shouldn't look to people that have any type of platform for all answers.
Yeah.
Or sometimes don't look to them for comfort. Like seek comfort like from Christ, truly.
Yep.
Or loved ones, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It bothered me a little bit of just come up with like why aren't you talking about it? Why aren't you talking about it? It's like I couldn't.
Yeah, and it's like a stab at our character because we're not talking about it. And it's like first of all, that's not who we are. And who we are is who we decide we are and the decisions we make. And so we understand we want to make content that's fun and informative and just entertaining. But if we choose to not talk about it yet, then it's like that's our choice.
Yeah.
And that's the way we're going about our content. And I hope you guys love that.
And respect it too. But so we are talking about it now. What I had this again, this is why we didn't talk about it, because I was processing so much, because immediately there's people praising and laughing and rejoicing at the fact that he was assassinated. Gut reaction, or just like right off the bat reaction, not gut reaction, was just like you're angry at those people.
Sure. Yeah.
Naturally, right?
Yeah.
Because it's an evil thing to rejoice in a human life perishing. And
Charlie Kirk or not, it makes me sick.
But what I think God's really done for me is like, you don't have a right to be mad at him. If anything, you should feel sad for him and take pity on them, because their minds are so clouded by this desensitized, no respect for human life.
Yeah.
That's at the forefront of what they think is like, they laugh at someone that died.
That's their lens.
That's sad.
Yeah. And I mean, I go back to, again, the words that Jesus said on the cross. He said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
That's good.
They don't know what they're doing. And so when you see people like that, like you're like, why don't you feel the same way I do? This is a horrible. It's like, listen, they won't get it right now.
Yeah.
Because they just don't have that view of lens that you do. And that's okay, because it's not going to you that's going to change it. Yeah. Only God can change that. And so you got like, pump the brakes. Don't be angry, because it just feeds into more of what we don't want to be.
Yeah. And people that are like, yeah, Charlie Kirk, but what about the people of Gaza and like the school shootings? Guess what? Those are all terrible too.
Awful.
And it's like,
Yeah, the photo of the elementary school that got the same day of
the
Carly
same
Kirk,
day as Charlie Kirk.
blood-soaked floor in an elementary classroom. Disgusting. Churns my stomach. Like, it's like, yeah, dude, we're not saying like this is all awful.
And the people in Gaza that are just getting their places just completely leveled, and children that are starving, bombed. It's like it's just evil. Everything is, all that stuff is evil, and there's no this or that. What about these people? What about those people? How about all those people that are suffering? All those people that are dying?
Yeah.
It's just,
and that doesn't make his death any less significant because other things are happening.
No.
And vice versa. Like, it's horrible.
And that's a problem with the human condition, is we're so wired to be tribal, to like look at one side. It's like, if we're all married, and sometimes you'll like talk to your wife and she'll say, hey, I had a bad day, and then you say, I do too. And if you're both in a really bad place, it can turn into like, well, mine's worse than yours. But the reality is, we don't have to be competitive in which thing we're looking at, which thing's worse. Just because one thing strikes a heart chord with me doesn't mean that the thing that strikes with you is less significant.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the beauty of the body of Christ, is we all experience things differently, so we can speak into different situations differently. Just because I'm focused on one thing doesn't mean your lack of desire to be in that place. That's actually better. That means good can go to more places, rather than us all focusing on the same thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Did you see that clip from, it's a 9/11 clip, but it's like a group of people and they're all meeting, and it's like a couple days after the fact. And there's this guy and this girl like arguing and yelling and stuff. And it's like, he's like beating his chest, and he says, I was down there in the rubble pulling body parts out of there. And she said, so was I. And then she says, so what are we yelling about? And he says, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I've never experienced it. And I'm like, if that's not the best representation of like what it's happening, it's like everyone, and it's not on purpose, but everyone has their emotions, and they feel so much like this. Everyone should be feeling the way I'm feeling because I feel horrible. And it's not like you're throwing that on them on purpose, but it's like, one person commented, apathy is rampant.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much apathy in this world where people just don't care.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah. And I will say, one thing that I have learned from the EMDR stuff is how people, trauma is different for everyone, and they deal with trauma differently. Like, he gave the example, like, two people in one car get in a car wreck. One person's like, oh my gosh, thank God I didn't die. That's a miracle. The other person's like, I almost died. I'm never getting in a car again.
Yeah.
And it's like same situation.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's happening in this world, people are just dealing with trauma differently, and just everyone just needs to extend grace.
Yeah.
And hold on to the truth. And the truth, if you want to hear it from us, is the gospel of Jesus 110%. That's the only thing that gives me any type of peace whatsoever in this world.
Yeah.
And you have to share that peace, and you have to be surrounded in it. And it's a peace that goes beyond understanding. It's like, how can you get up in the morning and feel like love for other people after saying all this stuff? It's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Just like Chad Wright says, it is foolishness, right?
Mhm.
Quoting the scripture, it's like that whole point is like, it is foolishness to everyone else, but you've got to hold on to it, and you've got to spread that love and not hate, and try to understand where people are coming from.
Yeah.
Seeking to understand is such a huge thing.
Me and Lil last night, we watched, however you feel about him, Tucker Carlson did a live last night he brought on some guests. I didn't watch any of them except the last one, which was Father Josiah, who's an Orthodox priest.
Yeah.
And he was on there for, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so. Dude, it was really good. So I encourage everyone to go watch that. He summarizes basically what's happening right now in the world, and just a call to like repentance, and a call to Christ. And
is there anything that you took away from it that kind of really stuck out?
He's really spoke into the time of mourning, and how in Orthodox, when the brother or sister dies, they literally take 40 days of mourning.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, he said, in that time, you just remember the good of the person. You don't remember like, oh, well, they did this to me, you did that to me. It's like, you're praying for their soul. You're praying for them. You're focusing on the good things that happen in their life, and you're mourning for those 40 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just basically a suggestion to people is like, everyone just sit still for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's awesome. It's a horrible thing that happened. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Whether it's religion or politics that led it, it's a horrible thing. Last week was full of terrible stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps getting worse.
It keeps getting worse. I mean, yeah. And it now we can kind of switch into the
weirdness of it all.
weirdness of it all.
The details.
So obviously, what everyone needs to do, including us, is chill out for a second and keep remembering if something is presented to you over and over and over and over again, and it's like all over social media, it's on the news, it's people that are high up in politics are even hinting at it, it's probably not the truth, or it's
it may not be what it seems.
Yeah. It seems like a big psyops happening right now.
Super strange.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff happened before, during, and after the assassination that are just super weird, involving the assassination, like just stuff not adding up, I would say. Stuff that is very strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where I want to go with this.
I mean, so when this all happened, I did not mean to hit my mic that hard. When this all happened, I started looking around and I mean, literally asked ChatGPT to take into account all of the statements being made by different global powers and national politicians. And I just asked it flat out to say who benefits in their existing campaigns the most. And it'll give you it'll give you some pretty concise thoughts, and you can see who's advancing in this underneath which banners. And I'm trying to be careful and smart how I'm talking right now, but it's pretty concise and clear if it was a psyop, if it was something that was planned and orchestrated, who would be the ones pulling those strings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as easy as a ChatGPT search.
Well, what did they say? What did it say?
I mean, the current administration.
Yeah.
And I'll say it this way, the allies in meetings with other global powers.
Yeah.
All benefit in unique ways because of alliances that have politically been made before the incident happened.
Yeah.
And so you would create those alliances, but now you have your governments hand in hand. Well, now you need to get the people involved in supporting those governments. And so what do? Now you need to create mob mentality. You need to fire people up. If you do it under the banner of religion, under the banner of freedom, under the banner of free speech, it seems like a good thing, but it flies in the face of 1 Thessalonians 4 that says, live a simple life. These are people who are under persecution. Paul was like, live simply, work with your hands, earn respect. In the garden, when Jesus is, Peter is told to keep watch and Jesus finds him asleep. He says, wake up, my betrayer is here. And then Peter immediately draws a sword and wants to fight. We would literally assume he chanted something like, if he had a yell as he swung the sword, he would be screaming something like, Christ is my king.
Yeah.
Take that into your thought process. But Jesus said, hey, I can call over 12 legions. That's like over 80,000 angels to come to my defense. I don't need your army.
Yeah.
And
we're so quick to pick up a sword and start swinging.
And I'm wired that way. I get it. Like if you're listening to this, and you're like, I feel like fighting, I'm wired like you. I get it.
Well, no, that's everyone. We have an inherent built-in need for justice.
Yeah.
But it is our flesh that gets in the way. It's the flesh that wants to pick up the sword without thinking and swing.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous part. And
it's so easy to grab someone who feels like that. Once it's easy to gaslight somebody who's already angry, and you can manipulate and you can bend somebody. So my challenge to anyone who's getting fired up, be really careful who's bending you in which direction.
Yeah.
Because you're very easy to leverage right now.
I will say this, the government, they are incredibly trained with, we've talked about so much, MK Ultra, Project Mockingbird and stuff. They know how to manipulate people's emotions and start riots, make people angry, make people sad, make people scared. And that just seems like what's happening right now. It was a scary thing, but it's like they're feeding it more and more.
Yeah.
And
a lot of stuff is happening underneath it all too.
Yeah.
As a look over here. Don't mind what we're doing over here.
Yeah. I saw someone commented, which I think is correct, is that there was some stuff passed by, I believe, Senate during this whole escapade last week that complete block of the Epstein files getting released and just some other stuff that you're just like, wow, why that day?
Yeah.
These are just questions, right?
Sure.
Weird stuff that's happened. We're not saying which way or what.
But when it comes to the government, it's hard to see as anything as a coincidence.
Right.
Because it's planned. Like they're planners.
And if it's not
on
planned,
purpose.
it's the craziest coincidence ever.
Sure. Yeah.
Which I don't think that happens.
No.
I think within the government, coincidences don't really happen.
Yeah.
Because
time is money with them. Like
yeah.
They're very, it's not like they're just like hanging around the office like, what do we do today? Like there is an agenda and they seize opportunities.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that have very big opinions on this too. I know Candace Owens has some very strong opinions.
Very strong and direct opinions.
Yeah. Obviously she thinks Israel is behind it, if I'm not mistaken. From the clips I've seen, it seems that's what she's saying.
Unapologetically, that's her assertion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you know anything about the Mossad, I guess they have a whole department that focuses on assassinations, political assassinations and stuff. And like, I'm just laying out some facts here. Within the hour or so of Charlie Kirk dying, Netanyahu had bought primetime spot on American national television talking about how remorseful he was for Charlie Kirk. And you're like, okay, well, that's kind of crazy and weird and fast. But
Super
apparently
fast.
the letter that he read from Charlie Kirk, he left out a lot of stuff. He left out the fact that I think I believe, I could be super wrong on this, but I know that Charlie Kirk was offered like $150 million from Netanyahu for the purpose of helping bolster up Israel, like whatever.
Funding their turning point.
He turned it down.
Yeah.
He was also offered another trip to Israel. He's been before, but he's offered another trip to Israel for, someone said that it was like a re-education of Israel's standards or whatever, which that phrasing is super weird, but apparently he turned that down as well. And he was saying stuff, he was pro-Israel, right? He was pro-Israel, but he was definitely against a lot of things that they were doing, including going to war with Iran. Very outspoken about that, and was apparently lobbying with President Trump of like, you can't go to war with Iran. That's a bad move. And his whole thing was like, it's America first.
Yeah.
That's what he stood for, right? His Christian values and America first, whatever, however you interpret that. But yeah, I mean, there's just weird connections with the Israeli stuff. But then I'm just like, maybe I've just been doing conspiracy stuff like way too long. But I'm like, this almost seems like a psyop.
Yeah.
Like, is it like pointing like, oh, like everyone's talking about, oh, it's probably Israel. You know, it's like, could there be another factor in it though that's like making everyone kind of believe that it was Israel, but in fact it was somebody else.
And that's something we just have to question, where it's like, okay, we look at it from the plane, it could be one shooter, whatever, or there could be something else behind it. And if something else is behind it, if one narrative, the majority of the narrative is pointing at this person, we have to ask ourselves, just as skeptics, as conspiracy theorists, maybe that was the plan.
Yeah.
What if that was an orchestrated thing where someone say, hey, yeah, you should point at that person. So I don't know. I'm super dumb and ignorant with all of this, but it's like, I don't want any of us, especially the viewers, to just assume that that's where it leads 100% and be all sold in just because certain things add up. I don't know. It's tough, man. This is all so fresh. We're not even a week technically.
Yeah.
Like it's barely been 7 days. And I mean, it was at this time that crap was happening last week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we forget how fast people expect information. Like go back to high school or college when imagine if you had a professor who was like, hey, in 4 days, you're going to give a book report on all of the events surrounding the saying, and then you got to jump on a live and talk about it. You'd be like, that's not enough time.
Yeah.
Except people like the next day are demanding that we have our heads wrapped around global politics, government conspiracy.
And you've got to pick a side.
Yeah.
You have to know exactly what you think and who you're, and you have to defend it, and you can't go back on it.
Yep.
Like that's
The internet's ink. So
Yeah.
as soon as you make your thought the first or second day, now you got to stick to it, or now you look like, or you might feel like you're making yourself to look like an idiot. So this whole thing's wired to just get people trapped on either side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll throw out a little thing for you guys, those who like to look into conspiracies. One thing I heard someone talk about. So President Trump, I'm not making any conclusions here or whatever. It's just I'm just gonna say this, and you guys do with it what you want.
Suppository assertions.
There we go. So President Trump met with Vladimir Putin a month ago?
Yeah.
In Alaska. And the news heavily was reporting on after they had this private 2-hour meeting or something, and after Donald Trump's staff came out and they looked like they're shook. And they said especially Caroline Leavitt, who is the press secretary. Like she looked shook, like almost ill, they said. She used to work for Charlie Kirk.
so they're friends.
Right. And obviously Russia has played a lot into psyops and propaganda with the US forever, Cold War era and stuff like that. There's a theory that somehow Russia is involved in this. And if you think about it, like the war of, so Russia is allied with Iran, and Israel wants to go to war with Iran. Israel gets the majority of their military budget from the United States. How do you cut off that connection with the United States and Israel? You create chaos within America of people thinking that Israel's behind this all, and people lose support for Israel, which would, in theory, cut off or force politicians to start distancing themselves from Israel at the brink of this potential huge war with Iran.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying. Do with it what you will.
Should we go through like just like a rapid fire things that
Are weird?
Yeah.
don't make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You start.
Number one thing, the screwdriver on the top of the
Yes.
roof. They say that he used to
2 bolts,
Disassemble.
Mauser
disassemble
30-06.
his rifle,
Yep.
right? He probably had it disassembled, put it up there, assembled it. They say he disassembled it before he got down, and then it was assembled when they found it. Why is a screwdriver left up there? Sure, whatever. But it's like, why assemble it at all then and leave it behind? And also the text messages are the weirdest thing to me.
Can you pull them up and read them?
I got them pulled up.
Andy read them to me this morning. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is a 22-year-old chronically online, supposedly guy, right? And he's texting his roommate. And Robin, the first text that says, "Drop what you're doing, look under my keyboard." When the roommate looked under the keyboard, there was a note that allegedly read, "I had the opportunity to take Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Is that how you would communicate? I don't know. They say, "What? Are you joking? Right? I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Ormond for a little while longer. I shouldn't be long until I can come home. I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I die of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Were you the person? You weren't the one who did it, right? I am. I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. And then it goes down and it's talking about how I had planned to drop my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. And then he says, "If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." And then he talks about how it's like his grandpa's rifle, and it says, "I might have to abandon it, and I hope they don't find prints. How the blank will I explain it, losing it to my old man?" He's talking about a $2,000 scope. This is a guy who apparently just got done shooting somebody
And is running.
and is using commas, doing ... giving paragraphs. talking about my old man
saying vehicle.
So and it's just, I mean, it doesn't sound real, man. And so that's the problem for me, is like those texts came out after they had time.
Yeah.
If they wanted to write up, if you're assuming these are false, it seems like it. It doesn't just, and I'm hoping they find like their account, because there's no way this dude wasn't on TikTok or Reddit.
Apparently he was on Reddit and Discord and stuff.
I mean, we should really compare
the faceless social medias.
Yeah, it's tough.
You know what
man.
I mean?
It seems suspicious, and I'm just, it's weird.
So I ran the entire released dialogue between him and his roommate, supposed, and I ran it through ChatGPT, and I swapped the names. You know, you can do like a name replacement on the titles, and I just asked it, what's the probability that this is AI generated? And it gave, I'll just read you what ChatGPT said. It says the balance of evidence points to human origin. It does say that, likely the actual conversation between two people, but it says there is a non-negligible chance the transcript was copied and lightly edited, typo fixes, small rewording, or passed through an AI filter that would reduce but not eliminate the human signal. Signals that indicate AI or editing is that there's some unusual explicit planning wording, clear stepwise planning statements, as if I am able to grab my rifle unseen, could be typed by human, but are also the sort of structured phrasing an editor or AI might insert. And then there are a few grammatical cleanups, mostly informal, but a couple lines read a touch more complete than typical in the moment texting. And so, Andy, when we were talking earlier, you brought up like punctuation and stuff like that. Like, this isn't a frazzled person. This is like, you know, if this is a real conversation, it's so like proper, and it does sound older than a college person writing something to a person.
It seems like a boomer. It seems like a boomer kind of coming up with their own text, and that's not a knock at anybody, but it's like, I mean, it doesn't seem realistic. Also, we have footage of, as soon as the shot's happening, a person is running away,
not disassembling
a rifle.
I asked for the timestamps. 10 seconds. 10 seconds from the moment the shot rang off to the moment we see the person on video with a timestamp jumping off the back of the building. We're expected to believe, because of the length of the rifle, it's a 23, I believe, 0.69 inch barrel on a Mauser 30-06. Some models went up to 24 inches. Benefit of the doubt, I'll give them the half inch. But we're expected to believe that the gun in 10 seconds was unassembled, put into that bag, because there's no way a 4-foot weapon was down the leg and jumped. You can watch the video, the leg bends.
Yeah, and people were like, well, you can bend your knee. Like, someone showed that you can bend your knee a little bit with that long of a gun in your thing. But he jumped off a roof.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, with a gun in your shirt and in your pants.
He's running.
He did run.
Then jumps and lands. If you're running on the roof and you're covered in black, guess what? And you're jumping from a roof, people assume you're the shooter. What's the harm in holding the gun and then tucking it whenever you land?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't see that. And so that's just super, super strange. We have the guy that's claiming to be the shooter immediately after, that old guy.
That's a weird thing.
He confesses to really strange stuff when he gets to the police station. Why would he do that? I don't know.
Yeah. One guy has a theory for that. I saw. I wouldn't say it's a bad theory, because apparently he's arrested within the same area, or that that Tyler kid is arrested. And when you get booked for having what he had on his phone, child stuff, that puts you in a different security level of prison, one which would be in the same potential level as Tyler the shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, he's potentially going to be in the same area as this kid.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. Also, why don't they have footage of him climbing on the roof, or like on the roof prior?
Right.
There's the camera. He's right there. I mean, like, why don't we see that?
Yeah.
It's just super strange. And it's like, I don't want to look for this stuff. In my mind, it literally was just a lone shooter, and it may be, but when you leave so many weird things like this,
like, don't at that point, don't release anything, because people are pretty smart, and they're going to pick apart stuff pretty easily.
I mean, if this is like a CIA type of thing, have they not learned from JFK?
Yeah.
Like it's like crazy.
In that text message exchange too, didn't he talk about engraving on the bullet?
Yeah, this is it. So he says I'm wishing to circle back. I don't know if it had a serial number. I worry about Prince, talking about explaining it to his old man. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. ... Remember how I was engraving bullets? ? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see and he mentions the meme on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm gonna have to leave it. That really blank sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope.
So
why you're saying?
Do you remember when I engraved these bullets with these certain things?
You're
that
you're
the
laying out the
FBI
plan.
found.
You're connecting them all within a text. You want to get away with it, but yet you leave a note underneath your desk. You leave all these text messages, and you're explaining and connecting all of these dots. It doesn't make sense.
It's as bad as like a daytime crime show. You know what I mean? Like we have to wrap this up in 1 hour.
Even
like,
there's more mystery in an SVU episode.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh man.
Well, it's like if you were to, it's almost like you want to ask someone who is so not into conspiracy theories at all. Like, I'm just going to read you these facts and you tell me how you feel about them.
Yeah.
And if you read out all this stuff and like, but before that, this is what the news was reporting that the FBI found. Or start off with like, this is what the news is reporting what the FBI found. This is the video footage. This is what they said.
Mhm.
And here's the text exchange. What do you think? They'd be like, what?
Yeah.
I think that's how they would react.
100%, man. Because that's what I want to believe. I want to believe that this was one guy that was just crazy and full of hate toward Kirk and did this. That's what I would hope, like, that it's a one and done thing. But you just can't ignore this stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems so deep. It
Yeah.
just seems like, what are you hiding? If it wasn't just this person, what are you hiding? Because it's like, now we have to speculate of all these ideas out there, what could be possibly the truth.
Yeah.
And you would think in this day and age, we would find the truth, but it seems like it's because there's so many voices, it's gonna be just drowned out.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day where JFK, like feels like, it was that difficult, but you think now with all the footage that we have, with all of these smart people that are able to communicate with each other instantly, you'd think we'd be able to just dwindle it and funnel it down to, okay, that's the truth. It's almost like, let's throw all the sense out there.
Yeah.
And just let the dogs run.
And who was it, you, Andrew, that said that, isn't it kind of strange that Tyler, this shooter that shot Charlie and the shooter that attempted to take out Trump, both of them had no presence on social media.
They're like the only two people their age who have no existence at all. No internet footprint to speak of where they can like for sure be identified as who they are.
Weird.
That's
just a weird thing.
Look at this, dude. So this is from, I think the YouTube channel is Valhalla VFT. He's just been going over like the weird facts, kind of how we are now. But I hope the viewers can see this. This is a photo before the shooting. It's the clearest campus photo I've seen. And I'm going to move a little closer to the camera. I hope you guys can see that. But you can very clearly see the outline of his phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah. Well, then that's what they would say it was. Gun was broken down in his backpack.
Backpacks typically limit out at somewhere around like 18 to 20 inches, and the barrel itself would have been about 24. So, I mean, that just doesn't fit in a backpack. Unless he's got like a duffel bag backpack, but that doesn't look like it. The dude looks like he wears a schmedium, even though he's tall. So
yeah,
this is completely unrelated, but Thomas Crooks, the shooter from Butler, last year president, they had no silverware in their home. So it's almost like,
right,
like a framed home almost.
Right, I remember hearing that.
That's something that always sticks with me.
Yeah.
It's things like that, like no social media presence. Let's make it look like he had a normal life. But then it's like, how do you not have silverware in your home? Not one piece of silverware. You have everything else.
You know what?
I know it's dumb, but it's
what
crazy.
Stinks too about this is that the only way you're going to get information about any of this stuff is through the news and through the FBI. That's the only way you're going to get information.
Yeah.
So like, but then it's like, can you even trust anything coming out of that?
No, because you have Kash Patel in front of Congress lying, perjuring himself about all this stuff, and he's just scrambling, dude. I'm telling you, he's a patsy, dude. I think he's just propped up. We need a fall guy. You're him.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. This is something I'm reading on a text message.
Oh no,
from my old man.
You didn't say Cash Patel.
No.
What name did you say?
I said Cash Money.
Petter
tell the government because they're doing so well.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's my impression of Cash Patel.
I'm gonna say this for the next episode. There's something funny I want to tell you about Cash Patel.
Real
Or
quick.
should I tell you now? Go ahead.
Real quick, if you're watching this, you think what we're saying is maybe a little more hopeful than everything else that you've been seeing, you think people should hear it, do us a favor. Other than just liking, do us a favor and share this live. We're going to post it. It'll stay up after the live. So make sure you're sharing this. And we thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. And it sounds like I'm ending the video, but I'm not. We're going to continue to talk. I'm just buying Josh time.
We got a lot of people in here.
His thoughts.
We got a lot of people in here.
A lot of people. Hey, everyone.
Daggone.
We love you.
Wasn't really looking at.
I know we're like kind of the worst live people because we don't engage the chat at all, but there's 3 of us here and we're trying to do our best. We're trying to cull through comments and keep our thoughts.
I will say to you, know what's really depressing?
Huh.
What?
I think I need to get glasses.
Really?
Reading glasses.
Get contacts.
You
dude.
had LASIK.
I had LASIK, but I was reading in bed the other night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, golly, my eyes just feel so strained. And I closed my right eye. Everything on the page was blurry.
Oh, no.
I
said,
no!
Dude,
No!
You're almost 33, dude.
live stream the LASIK.
I don't think I can get LASIK again.
Can you not do it twice?
I don't know.
Dude,
how much can they?
Eye doctors wear glasses.
Yeah.
Take the hint.
Also-
LASIK is not worth it.
Also, the scary stories of, I would say LASIK is worth it.
I mean, not if it doesn't work forever.
Yeah, it's true.
Not even until your mid 30s.
My mom got LASIK and she has to wear glasses now.
Yeah. I think it's just an eventual thing. Your eyes just degrade. And I mean, you would just have to have reoccurring surgery.
I will say I have heard that red light therapy is really good for your eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard about it. I don't know anything about it.
To me, it sounds all hokey pokey.
Yeah.
You tell me a red light's gonna fix your eyes?
Josh,
I'll try it.
Josh just staring down the barrel of a laser.
Seems like it's making it worse.
Should come hunting with me one time. Go look out at distance and see if it resets everything.
Well, I did when I went hunting in Texas.
Mhm.
I was wearing glasses. It was before LASIK. And I had no idea that when I was wearing glasses, my hair on the scope was like a foot up difference. I had it resting
Yeah.
and I shot and it just went right over the deer. I'm like, what? And I took my glasses off and it went,
Oh,
I'm like,
weird.
Oh, man.
Crap. That stinks.
Yeah.
It's a great excuse for missing a deer.
I'll just say it. Did you know Cash Patel wrote a children's book?
No.
What?
That's amazing.
You didn't know this?
I did not know that.
This is great. This is great. I was going to save it for the next episode, but we're talking about Cash Patel, so might as well. They're reading in his Senate hearing yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. One of the guys was reading the plot line to this children's book that Cash Patel wrote. He wrote in 2022. Let me just show you.
What?
It's called The Plot Against the King.
No way.
Hold on. Wait for this. Where is it? There it is. There's the cover of it.
Oh
Hold
my
on, let me see if you
goodness.
guys can see.
That's wild.
Hold on.
Whoa. When did that come out?
Is that the queen who I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's crazy.
Listen to
No.
the bio of this. This is real. You can go look it up on Amazon. It's a real book.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so this is the plot of the book.
We need that in the office.
A fantastical retelling of the terrible true story. Hillary Queenton and her shifty knight had spread lies that King Donald had cheated to become king. They claimed he was working with the Russianians. But how could that be? Join Cash, the distinguished discoverer, as he uncovers the plot against the king and who was really behind all the lies.
Oh my goodness.
You want to talk about like
That is
propaganda.
that is
That's our
wild.
FBI director,
Dude, what is happening? What are we doing? I saw the there's a gator with a chain and stuff, and it's the DOJ, and it says the dragon of jalapenos.
Hold on, let me pull up. I just want I think one of the guy reads out of it. One of the senators.
Oh my goodness! And then one of the lines says, Donald didn't care what the Herald said about him, and he was determined to make the kingdom great again.
Listen, hold on, listen to this.
While most other new FBI directors drew on their experience as FBI agents, you didn't have that. But you did write a picture book trilogy for children ages 5 and up based on your experience clashing with President Trump's political enemies. In your book, you describe your literary alter ego, Cash the Knight, as a wacky, easily bored wizard carrying out King Donald's vengeance by driving his enemies out of the kingdom. In the books, King Donald is besieged by the evil Hillary Queentown, but saved in the end by Cash. Then Cash goes on to catch mules who are stealing the 2020 election for the great King Donald from Sleepy Joe. And then in the third book, Cash takes down the dragon of the jalapenos, nicknamed the DOJ.
That is unreal, man.
Is that not crazy?
It's so funny.
Just imagine going back 4 years and telling us that this is going to happen. We'd be like, no.
Dude, Kash Patel needs a crash course on like true propaganda. You can't make it that obvious.
He didn't even change like Sleepy Joe. Like that's like a common nickname that was so out there.
Okay, just having fun with it for a second. If that is him being like, check out this story that's completely made up. And then now he's the FBI director and we have all these stories coming out. It's like, he's not very creative with his storytelling.
No, not at all. I mean, it is crazy that they called him out on. I'm glad they called him out on it, but like how they literally said, we got our man, like right after the shooting and stuff, and that wasn't true.
No.
And so he's like, yeah, I could have been a little more careful with my verbiage and everything. It's like, dude, no, you said it was over.
Yeah.
He says, well, no, it's just a potential subject. And it's like, that's not what you said.
Yeah.
And so he has to backtrack a ton, and there's lying happening. And you can't trust them.
No.
It stinks.
What was the title? Oh, UK protests.
Yes. Yeah. What's going
What
on
are we
in
gonna
the
talk
UK?
about?
Let's pivot. Because we're not done with that conversation. Obviously, there's going to be more that comes out. And so we will discuss that when it comes out, when we're ready.
Elon's at it again.
What's happening in the UK?
So, Josiah also talked about this in that Tucker interview briefly.
Okay.
But, so in the UK, they had this giant, you call it protest, a march, really. And a lot of people were saying, like, the news isn't reporting on it accurately. They're saying that there's 100,000 people. But they're saying that there's over 1 million people walking.
Really?
Either way, it was the largest march demonstration in UK history.
That's amazing.
Amazing. And I feel like it didn't get a lot of attention.
No. I mean, if there's people tell us you're from the UK and give us the deets right now. But so why would they discount what they've been doing? Like, why would they underplay it?
I think just to not rally up more people, because it looks like if you were maybe in the US or another country and you see that happening, you're like, why don't we do that?
Yeah, the perception of it.
Yeah. So it's like, let's just play it down. There's only 100,000 people. But if you did you see any of the videos?
I mean,
it was
I saw the people protesting Trump when he was visiting.
No,
but I didn't see anything.
Let me see if I can.
It's insane. Like, if you look, I saw a video claiming that there was like 3 million people out there. I don't know if that number is actually accurate. That might have been even exaggerated for a global presence. Might not have been, but there's a video where they're walking down the street.
Look at this. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
Let's see if I can. I need to connect it, guys, where I can just show you on my computer, but I'm not that smart.
Yeah. You're not.
Does that focus?
I'll tell you in a second. We're pretty behind on the stream. It tis not.
That's not 100,000 people.
Well
That's
over.
way over.
And that's not even showing all of them.
Do you think 3 million is the accurate number?
I would say at least 1 million.
1 million?
If not 1 million, like maybe 800,000.
It's a lot.
A lot.
I think 3 million might be the global number.
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
But apparently they did like a live stream in with like who's the guy that people that know what this is all about? Who's the guy that leads it or led it? I forget his name, but basically
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
No. I want to see if anyone knows his name. But he's basically like an activist within the UK about Tommy Robinson. So he basically did a live video with Elon Musk, which was, I guess, that was kind of weird. I don't know. I thought that was weird. But Elon Musk is basically like, you guys need to fight. You need to fight.
Yeah.
And he's like talking about how technology is going to help solve all their problems and stuff.
Yeah. Fight or
like,
die.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he said?
That was the direct
Okay.
quote. He says, fight or die. You literally have to.
And you're talking about this. It's like, everyone stop taking advice from these billionaires.
Yeah.
They're fine.
You don't think they have an agenda?
Yeah.
Like they don't have a reason to tell you what they're saying. Like there's stuff going on. We got to see through it. We have to see through it. I'm just praying that God just reveals the truth.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And I loved it because in that interview with Tucker and Father Josiah, Tucker's like, is there, like, with all this terrible stuff that's happening, do you see any hope? And Josiah basically was like, unless people repent, come to Christ, unless morality changes, basically hinting at, I don't see this. He's like, no, there's no hope.
Selfishness and greed will always reign.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
It's
they
not
want
like
people in power, dude.
We're at this point. It's like, do you really, unless God does a huge thing, like a real impact, which he totally can, impacting just the hearts of everyone in this nation, in this world. It's like, this is kind of the telling of the times. Like, we are getting closer, whether or not it's in a week, a month, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years from now, we are getting closer to Christ coming back. Every day we're getting closer.
Absolutely.
But it's like, we know, we know that the world is just going to get more and more and more evil. It'll be like the days of Noah, right? Which were just debauchery but
it's the thing
for
that
other reasons
what
too.
blows my mind, because every generation, like we were talking with our old, Kelsey was talking with our old pastor this weekend, like from like high school, and he's an older guy, and he's, she's like, do you think it's going to be soon? He's like, I mean, maybe. I've been thinking about that for a long time. He's like, I've been thinking that ever since, the 90s. And so it's like, but we are at a place where we've never been before.
Yeah.
With all this technology, with all this evil, it's never in the history of the world been this bad.
Yeah.
No matter what you're saying, slavery still exists. AI now exists. Greed and power is at an all-time high.
The division within America is probably that's worse than it was during the Civil War times.
Yeah.
And
it just looks different.
It just looks different.
Yeah.
I always try to put myself up against, like, you think about the persecution that happened under Nero, where Christians were being impaled on stakes and used to light the gardens. And I always try to take modern suffering and put it up against that. And it's like, I do think we're getting closer. I do think there are things indicative of progression scripturally, but it's like so hard for me to like actually say in this moment, it's like, it's getting closer. Things are unfolding, but it's so hard for me to say definitively it's about to happen. Like, those are different statements. And so,
but in those times, it was like so black and white. If you believe in this, you're an enemy.
Where do I fit in that?
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was like, if you're a Christian, it's a bad news for you.
Yeah.
Everything else was, like it just, now it's everywhere. The hate is everywhere. It's not just one group of people. It's not just one belief. It's spread out throughout everything, every religion, every type of race or different economical status. Like, it's so hard to tell like where this is heading.
Yeah. Angela said people need to get right with God, Jesus, now before it's too late. And I couldn't agree more.
Heck yeah. Shout out Zeke, by the way.
The way you need to view it is that every day when you wake up, that is a gift from God.
True.
And he's giving you one more day.
Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about your plan a month from now. Do your best today. It is a daily war.
Yeah.
Don't stress about what's coming. It's a daily war.
If you're alive
Face today.
if you're alive today, that's because God will let you live today because he wants you.
And the thing we learned from last week, you are not promised tomorrow.
No.
That is guaranteed.
Yep.
You don't think Charlie Kirk, saw himself walking his daughter down the aisle?
Yeah.
Golly, man.
Ouch.
It's like that sucks.
Yep.
It sucks, but it's true. You have today. That is it.
Dude, let me read this really quick. Not to get all preachy, but you brought up Days of Noah, Josh. And like we know from that time period, debauchery, immorality, prevalent on the earth, right? And that's what it's going to be at the end. And so the question is then, as we fit into that context, how are we to behave? And I'm going back to what I said at the beginning. But 1 Thessalonians 4, if you're watching, I recommend, if you're trying to get into your Bible, it's a great place to start. Do a little Google, look up the history of that when this was written. But it says, it is God's will that you should be sanctified, that you should avoid sexual immorality, that each of you should learn to control your own body in a way that is holy and honorable. So this is self-control, not in passionate lust like pagans who do not know God. So giving into the temptations of the flesh without control of their bodies, that in this manner, no one should wrong or take advantage of a brother or sister. It says, when you continue to read down, we're jumping to verse 10. I think this is a reminder that if you're trying to get fired up, if you find yourself inclined to, dive into these arguments, or you're wondering, even if you just don't know what to do, this is what the Bible says to do when you are under persecution in a world that is lacking self-control and falling into debauchery and evil. It says, and in fact, you do love all of God's family. Yet we urge you, brothers and sisters, to do so more and more, and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life, the normal daily life, may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. The response to persecution from a fallen world is to put your head down, to love people, to live your daily life above reproach.
Yeah.
That's the biblical response to a world that's falling apart.
Oh,
Amen.
oh.
It's the best thing to do.
Hey, Josh, go like this. Say 6-7.
6-7.
Nice. It's for all the people out there.
Nice. You guys need to read Desert Fathers. You'd love it. That verse you just read is all they do. There's one I read last night where this Desert Father, he went into town to like visit like one of the bishops or something. He came back and the other monks and brothers said, like, how was the town? Like, what? Because they live in the desert, right? So it's like a hike to get into this town. And he says, I don't know. I didn't see anyone. And they started freaking out. Like, because this just happened after apparently there was a time in Egypt where like these barbarians came and they like raided everything, raided the churches. So they're like, oh my gosh, did something happen? And he's like, I wouldn't know. I just kept my head down, didn't look at anyone just so I wouldn't get distracted. And it's like, dang.
I love it.
The alphabetical collection. That one?
Yeah.
Boom. Place my order right now. Tired of you talking about it.
I'm going to keep talking about it until everyone reads it.
Hey,
it's
$14
cool.
on Amazon.
It's like, because like we grew up, we read scripture, and it's like sometimes this is just my own personal conviction. Sometimes this stuff seems so like not far-fetched, but it's like, this is scripture. This is God-breathed scripture. So it's like, but seeing this book of like the sayings of the Desert Fathers, they're just normal dudes that applied that scripture into their very humble lives. And so like it brings a reality to like, if they can do it, I can do it.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's been pretty inspiring.
Someone asked, they're new to this, where should they start? Where would you recommend? I would recommend a gospel, maybe Luke or something.
Luke's good.
Just start. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I always like James too. It's such like a practical read.
Yeah.
Reading through
Luke, if you want the true story of the gospel
of
salvation, of who Jesus was, read one of the gospels. James is great because it's literally practical stuff. Proverbs is literally the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't start in Song of Solomon. Maybe that would probably
Yeah.
be kind of confusing.
I mean, it might excite you a little bit, but
Be careful with that.
yeah. But yeah, just read the Bible, go to church, find a community.
Yeah, there's a lot of resources too online that help with that stuff.
Heck yeah. That's what I do love is that the gospel is being spread in a way that's quicker and faster than ever before. And we have people like Charlie that will live on through his clips and stuff. And we have, Cliff, we have all these people that go crazy, that know the Bible, that preach it. Hopefully, I mean, for those people, especially in kindness and in love, just keep learning.
Yeah, pray for your enemies too. That's a good thing that we were told to do. That is very hard to do when you're getting caught up in
That's something people they say all the time, but no one. I say not no one, but the majority of people don't do.
Yeah.
What do you mean pray for my enemies?
Yep.
Hey, guess what? Pray for Tyler, the shooter,
Mhm.
right? Because what we want for everyone is to repent and come to Christ.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that's crazy to say that.
But that's the point of the gospel. It goes against every fleshly desire of like, I want this person to be right. I remember there was a time where I had a youth group kid that, had been bullied at school and stuff. And, she would always hand me her phone and say, write out what you would say to this. And I would do it. And then she'd be like, no, I'm not saying that. Like, cause it was just like, I'm gonna, forgive you. I'm gonna move past this, all this stuff. Cause it's like, you want that justice. You want that payback. You want them to understand why they did what was so wrong. Listen, that's not yours to do. And every situation's different, but that's the whole point of the gospels. It pushes us to be more like Jesus, not like more like ourselves. And it is Christ who lives in us, through us. That's when real change happens.
It's so hard to do, but it actually works. This is like a totally different thing. But did you it might have been an old clip. There's an Asian baseball player in the major leagues, and this game was like heating up, and they intentionally they had already been intentionally throwing pitches and like aiming for players, and it was just a game that was escalating. He gets hit in the head, or like it's aimed at his head, and he like shrugs away and gets hit. And then he starts walking to base. The whole dugout's about to empty. He just puts his hand up and tells the team to like chill out. They win the game, but it's like chill. And it's like the most like, we don't need to go here. I'm better than this. And then it like in the moment, I don't think I'd be able to do that. But the reality is like, you don't need to give in to what everyone's trying to escalate you into.
Speaking of reverence towards Christ,
sure.
Let's talk about Jelly Roll at the Vatican.
The most reverence ever been shown.
Oh no,
dude!
When I saw the clip,
I thought it was a prank.
There's no way this is actually at the Vatican.
I thought it was like literally. I thought it was like a venue or something that like they called the Vatican.
I've never seen anything like that.
I didn't know they
Maybe
did that.
It's happened before. I've never seen it.
No, dude. And also, no knock on Jelly, but Jelly Roll at the Vatican?
That's crazy.
Like to do a big old concert? It's not that saying it's bad. It's just random.
Yeah.
It's so random.
Yeah. Who else? There was like John Legend was there.
Yeah.
Was I think Pharrell.
Nice.
I think Pharrell directed the concert. I think. Either way, I was like, when I saw the clip of Jelly Roll literally performing with the cathedrals and stuff behind him, I'm like, he's performing at the Vatican.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
It's so weird. Yeah, there's but Bocelli, what was it? Is that Andrea Bocelli or whatever that big opera singer? I think.
Oh yeah.
I probably butchered the name.
Bocelli.
Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah.
Teddy Swims, Jelly Roll, Bam Bam. I don't know who that is. Jennifer Hudson.
Someone
That's
said, "Do you guys
crazy.
find all the info yourselves or about stuff, or do you have a team?"
Well,
I'll show you
Cash
the
Patel
team.
usually sends most of our talking points to us.
This is a team. We got Andy, we got me, and we have Andrew.
Show them the rest.
I just did a black screen.
That's it.
That's
It's just us.
But we have fun with it.
Yeah, we do. This is a blast, man. Can you believe this is our job?
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's super dope. Yeah, so the Vatican, that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like an annual thing. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it either. I was just shocked. Like, because I saw the picture of Jelly Roll like shaking hands with the Pope.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's fun. And then that night he's like, hallelujah!
Somebody save me.
Like, dang, that's wild. That would not have been in my bingo card. If you were to go back, let's just say to 2020. Let's go back to 2020, pre-COVID. They said, and guess what?
There's gonna be a concert at the Vatican.
No. There's gonna be a new Pope. He's gonna be from Chicago. Okay.
Sure.
Jelly Roll's gonna perform at the Vatican. All right. All right.
Right. What movie are you pitching? This is crazy.
And you're gonna make a living talking about it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like it is normal to have some concerts at the Vatican, but it's a lot of like chapels and like classical music concerts and choirs and orchestras. So I don't know. Maybe it was like one of those things. Well, he's an American, so we brought over Americans just to kind of show that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So strange though. Where's our invite? Live podcast from the Vatican. So Pope, you got any poop stories?
Hey, shows those alien things in your library.
Come on.
Hey, we got a guy who says he's put together scripts for the Y files. Where should he send some info?
A script for the Wi-Fi?
He said he's scripted stuff for the Y files before. Just
Yeah.
what's an email?
Send us a script. We'll try to do a Wi-Fi.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll hold it
We'll
hostage.
try, was it ninjas@sundaycool.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we are doing a lot. I'll plug this right now. We're doing some live shows in October. We still have tickets left. FloridaTorta.com. Go to ninjasandbutterflies.com if that's too difficult to spell, and the information is there. But if you email ninjas@sundaycool.com with the subject line Florida Torta, give us your best conspiracy or scary story that you've ever heard or ever experienced, and we may talk about it on the live show.
Yeah.
So make sure you put that subject line in there. Ninjas@sundaycool.com. Florida Torta in the subject line. We're going to be going through some submissions.
Someone else is asking who authored the Desert Fathers. They just want to look up the book.
It was some monk.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the
How do you spell that? SOM.
MONK?
Gotcha.
Some monk. It's just an Asian dude.
Yeah, I just bought off Amazon for $14. The Sayings of the Desert Fathers, the Alphabetical Collection, Volume 59. So order it if you want to read along with us. It's a book club. That actually would be fun if we ever started like an extra podcast. It's literally just a book club. Like we just pick out a book a month to read. We break it down in sections and then we just talk about it, whether it's crazy.
Really would love that.
I mean, it could be like UFO stuff. It could be stuff like this. It could be whatever.
I'm worse about reading books than I am watching movies.
Well, you'd have homework.
Dude,
and if you don't do your homework.
I think Lily set the goal. She wanted to read, I think, 13 books in 2025.
Yeah.
She's already read 27 books.
I don't doubt that. That's such a low number. She needs to set it higher. So
I know.
What's she doing?
I finished one.
Hey.
The whole book. Cover to cover.
Attaboy.
No, actually 2.
Really?
Yes.
Double fist bump.
How'd
it feel?
Amazing. I'm like, golly, I'm so smart.
The completion of like the feeling you get after completing a full book, it really does satisfy you.
But she's talking about she saw one person on TikTok. I think they've read this year in 2025. They're like their whole thing is like their content is reading and talking about books.
Yeah.
She's done it was like 250 books.
That's insane.
I'm like, how?
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
2 books a day?
Yeah.
How?
I don't get it.
Dude, it took me 6 months to finish a book.
You remember that time I was trying to do 1 book a week?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Hey,
go
sorry,
ahead.
Sorry, real quick. We got over 3,600 people in here and only 1.4 thousand likes. Please help us like this video.
Just
Help
like the
push
video.
it.
You're watching it. You're here anyway. Just like the video. Help
Dude,
us.
I did look up like how to get people to like engage with lives and stuff. That said, don't beg. And so
please, I'm begging you.
please.
If you love us, do it.
Yeah.
Come on. It helps us.
Who's your buddy that you went hunting with in Texas?
Jacob Patek.
He gave a book suggestion and I got it and I've been reading it.
Solid.
Oh yeah, it's by Father Seraphim Rose. The
Gotcha. Yep.
book that I finished.
Hey.
This one's a little scary.
Really?
It's challenging. I'm reading with a grain of salt,
Okay.
but it's called The Soul After Death.
Before you get into it, can I give his hunting outfit a shout out? Because I know they're trying to possibly auction off.
It's a grain of rice, by the way.
So Goliad, Texas, trophy deer, follow at TK Outfitters TX. So if you're into hunting, go check out that account. But they've got a few ranches. His is in Goliad, the Meismer Ranch. Make sure you do that. He gifted me a deer, and I want to help him out if I can. But good dude.
But yeah, what it's doing, it's kind of, because we talked about imagine heaven, imagine the God of heaven, near-death experiences.
That one's wild.
He's kind of addressing some of that stuff in the 70s of near-death experiences and stuff. And something that's just been challenging to me, which we can talk more about on the podcast, is the thought of Orthodox. They believe that when you die, your soul departs from you, but it's not like you're an instant with Jesus. They believe that there is this, you're traveling, but you need to be typically a person who believes in Christ and stuff. They're accompanied typically by angels, which they also talk about in Imagine Heaven, Imagine the God of Heaven.
Yeah.
But it's like addressing how even sometimes in those instances, there can be demonic deception within that. And I'm like, this is really freaking me out. And they gave some examples of like saints of like, well, in scripture, it says that Satan can also appear as an angel of light.
Yeah.
And there's that guy, I think I talked about him before, but Saint Simeon the Stylite, the guy that's stood in the pillar for 40 something years. But apparently it like really physically manifested. An angel in a fiery chariot came down and says, all right, God's calling you to heaven. And he's like, who sent you and what's your purpose? It turns out it was a false angel. Like it was a fallen angel. And I'm like, this is so scary.
We can't trust nobody.
It's freaking me out. I was like reading it at night. I'm like, I'm going to read something else for a second. This is really freaking me out.
That's an interesting concept though. Cause like, I mean, even like the thief on the cross, right? Like it says, today you will be with me in paradise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
But it could have been just Christ ushering him straight there.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of, and I talked to my cousin Brennan last night about it and stuff. And he's like, yeah, just be a little weary of or careful reading stuff like that. He's like, because some mysteries we just don't know. Yeah. And that's true.
And then there's people that write about it, about those mysteries that claim to know.
Right.
And that's the danger.
And that's what he said regarding the Orthodox. He's like, they tend to, so he's Catholic. And he's like, or he said he loves the Orthodox, but he's like, Orthodox typically, they talk about this mysterious stuff as in like speculation or like not entirely speculation, but like it could be like this, but they present it as this is it.
Yeah.
Like it's like with such authority that they present it that it,
and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I got.
They're gonna leave it.
They're gonna leave it, people. Guys, this Friday's podcast is gonna be super fun. We got Jake on.
Yes, Jake Hutchinson.
We'll talk a lot about skinwalkers. He has a crazy skinwalker story.
Oh yeah.
We talk about owls.
Yes,
dude. I got to be on a different podcast because when I went hunting last weekend, I'm literally leaving my house at like 4:15. I'm starting to go into the woods around 5 and sunrise is at 7. Like we saw Andy and I, we marched around there and it's like, you're like knee deep in the swamp. Like we spooked up a gator and it's such a small property. You can't use a light. And as soon as I got out of the Jeep and turned on, like I did a little red glow just because it was freaky. And all my brain flooded with was every story we've ever told on this podcast.
That's like literally
hearing, you don't hear the owl, you hear a rustle, like something shakes. And then 2 seconds later, you hear, it's like going off and like, like, oh my gosh, it takes like 30 minutes to walk slowly to the stand in the pitch dark. Freaking me out.
Yeah.
Hey, I won't show I won't show them. But do you want to see, I want to get your reaction. My brother just was watching our pod from last week and we were talking about all our injuries and stuff. He says,
about what injuries?
Like we were like with Jake's pod, we just talk about like a lot of like foot injuries and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He said, because he works on an army base, his buddy got his leg ran over by a helicopter,
A helicopter?
and it popped like a zit. He said,
Oh!
"You want to see it?
Hold on.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, Andrew."
You just put
How
the
do you get
just
run
put-
over by a helicopter? They land
don't know,
on him?
I don't know if he was like working on it or something. I'll ask him. I'll ask him right
Oh
now.
my!
I think Andy just
Goodness.
outed him for something he wasn't supposed to share.
No, it's all right.
Dang! Yeah.
Oh,
Let me see.
you don't want really? You want to see that?
Because you ain't gonna see it. Like
That's insane.
it's crazy.
Oh, okay. Hey, but you can't watch the episode now on YouTube membership
Yes, you
and
can.
Patreon. We love our Patreons.
Yeah, you could already be watching it, and you get an extra episode every Friday. So we do an extra episode after our full episode.
Yeah.
And it's a little more chill. We talk about crazy stories still, and it's a lot of fun. But if you go to Patreon, you get some behind the scenes footage. We have vlogs that we've dropped. We did a couple movie nights that we're hoping to do a scary one in October.
Josh scared me. It was
Ooh.
mean.
Yeah. And you get a Discord that's only for Patreon people. It's pretty great.
Yeah, the extra episodes are for Ninja Elite and Patreon's No Dad Deal. And they're fun. I think so. People seem to like them.
Yes.
We're a little more chill and relaxed and have more personal stories on our extra episodes.
Yeah, get to know us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Why not?
A little goofy. Sometimes we play copyright music.
It's our favorite.
Oh, did you see my tummy rumble?
No.
No.
Yeah, there's a boop coming.
If you have a fart, you better put it in the microphone. That's a good one to end on. It's like a little turtle sneeze.
Well, we love you guys.
We love you so
and,
much. Thanks for
uh,
having grace, guys. Thanks for just being
Yeah.
along for the ride. We're so excited to see where this thing goes, and we're having fun.
Yeah.
Please
Again,
come see us live.
yeah, go to floridatour.com. Tickets are super cheap. I don't know if we'll ever do this again. I've been fighting off anxiety for ever since I agreed to do this.
Catch
so.
the one and only time we're ever going to do a live show this month. in
I will
October.
say so Orlando and Tampa, it's age restricted. So I think it's 21 and up. But Jacksonville, all family can come.
all ages.
All ages.
I'm going to have my kids sitting in the audience.
Yeah. So Jacksonville, all ages can come. Super cool.
Tampa, we already have over 200 people, dude.
Very
Over
cool.
200 people.
That's awesome. Keep talking about it. No, I'm doing all right with it. I'm doing better.
It's going to be great.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll see you Friday.
You
And
can,
we'll see you live next Wednesday.
and you can still share this. We're gonna leave it up. So if you like the conversation, share it with somebody.
And like it before you leave.
Yes,
Boy,
please.
I swear.
Yeah, let's see. Let's break 2,000. I don't think we broke it yet. Let's just flood it with likes.
Yeah, we got to stay on here till it's 2,000.
Oh, we're at 1.9. So we got it. Come on. Hit 2,000, people.
Look at this camera.
I'll take my shirt off for 2,000.
This,
Dude,
you see that?
you swole with the left arm.
That's great. Look at
Hey, you guys.
Josh isn't going to put his hand down until we hit 2,000 likes.
You see that one guy that did his raised his hand for like 70 years in his protest or something?
like,
Yeah.
like
He literally was just like this.
it's like petrified now.
yeah,
like
it's
that.
terrible.
Did
dude.
you see though? He had a rod installed, like a metal rod, so he literally can't lower his arm.
Oh man, I need to do that.
No, that's a lie.
Is it a lot?
Yeah, it's a lie.
on.
Oh, there
2000.
we got it.
Hey!
Let's go.
We love you.
Love you, everyone.
We love you so much.
See you on Friday. Love you. Bye 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 bye
Bye
bye.
bye bye bye.
Bye bye.